All right, so we're going to continue on with our decimal unit, and today we're going to be comparing decimals. We're going to take two decimals, and we're going to try to figure out which one is greater than, which one is less than, or if they're equal to. We can do this one of two ways. We can use a decimal place value chart, which has all of the values of your numbers from the thousands, your largest number, to the thousandths, your smallest number. Remember, if the number has THS on it, it comes after your decimal. It's not a whole number, it's part of a number, and they are smaller than everything that's in front of the decimal. Okay, so we know that whenever we use a place value chart, whenever we jump over to the right, that value of the number becomes smaller. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So we have 0.7. Let me redo that. We have 0.7 is our first number, and our second number is 0.09. So we want to compare these two numbers. We want to find out which one is larger, which one is smaller. I'm going to plug these numbers into my place value chart. So 0.7 is the same as me saying 7/10. 0.09 is the same as me saying 900. So I'm going to look at my chart and I'm going to compare my numbers. My numbers are lined up. I'm just going to look at the lined up numbers and see which number is greater. All right, in our tenths column, we have a 7 and a 0. We know that our 7 is greater. That's it. That's our largest number. And I know what you're thinking. Oh, but Miss Weathersby, we have a number in the hundredths place here. True, but we're only focused on what's in our tenths place because we know that tenths, the value of a tenth, is larger than that of a hundredth. So if I know that this value right here is bigger than this, and this number has a 0 in the hundredths place, I don't even have to figure out anything right here because my answer is going to come right here. All right, so let me do my sign. So 0.78 is greater than 0.09. And remember that our sign always eats the bigger number. Let me make that a little bit better. That looks a little funky and wonky. Yep, our sign always eats the bigger number. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to compare decimals without using the place value chart. And it's real simple and easy. So my number is 2.48. This is kind of difficult. Okay, 2.48. And then my next number is going to be 2.84. All right. So I'm going to compare these two numbers without using my place value chart. What I like to do is imagine I have a place value chart, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to take these two numbers, I'm going to stack them, line them up, and compare them. So I got 2.48 or 2 and 48 hundredths. And then I have, oh, geezy Louise, 2 and 48 hundredths. And then I'm going to take my other number and stack it, line it up, and compare. 2.84 or 2 and 84 hundredths. Now I'm going to go through and I'm going to compare my numbers. They're lined up. I'm going to compare my place values. In my ones place, I have a 2 and a 2. Well, those two are the same, so that's not helping me. So I'm just going to cross that out. Okay, next place value. In my tenths, I have a 4 and an 8. Well, we'll just look at which number is bigger. Is 4 bigger or 8 bigger? Yep, 8 is bigger. Nice. And remember, because tenths is our largest place value after the decimal, we're not even going to be worried about anything that comes after the tenths as long as we have two numbers in this column that are larger than 0. So in this instance, I know which number is larger. So I'm just going to go back and plug in my sign. 2 and 48 hundredths is less than 2 and 84 hundredths. Remember, our sign eats the bigger number. So we can actually use a place value chart to figure out decimals when comparing, or we can just stack, align, and compare. This is an easier and quicker method. It's just the same as using the place value chart. The only difference is you don't actually have the values of the number written above. You just need to remember what each value is worth. And that, loves, is comparing decimals.